Well, yeah, I mean, we used to, like I said, we were kind of street kids back in the day, and we grew up on like Franklin and Highland area in Hollywood. Hollywood, as you know, as most people know it today, wasn't like that. It wasn't like a tourist. They didn't start. Some gazillionaire bought up a big space and built this giant mall. But before that, it was all just drugs and things like that. And then they hired a bunch of off-duty cops to like clean it up, called the Green Shirts. So they would like do raids and stuff because they were trying to turn Hollywood Boulevard back into a tourist attraction. They knew there was a lot of money in it, but as long as there was a bunch of crackheads and gang shit going on, they knew. So we were around before then, and we used to have problems with other people in the same neighborhood and stuff like that. So we'd always get in these like rumbles and stupid, dumb shit. Now, well, in retrospect, it was stupid at the time. It was like my whole life. But probably the best one I got, there's a really famous pizza place called Greco's Pizza on Hollywood Boulevard. It's really well known because it's like a New York style pizza place, and everybody goes there after the clubs and the bars and shit close. They're open till like 4 a.m. So there's always fights and stuff like that. And one time I got this Cholo dude, he was a big fat dude. He had hit a buddy of mine that was visiting from Canada, this guy Connor. He was a tattoo guy. He owns this shop down in Hollywood now called Timeless Tattoo. He's a really cool dude, but not much of a fighter, I guess you could say. So I kind of was like, what's up? So we start boxing inside the pizza place, and the guys are so used to this shit, they don't even react. The guys who work there, they just kind of stop cooking the pizza and wait. And we start, wrestling and tussling and stuff like that. And in the process, this fucking table tips and a guy's pizza like goes onto the floor. And I was winning this fight, I think. I felt like I was. And then I slipped. I stepped into the pizza. It was like a fucking cartoon. And I went like whoop in the air. And so the guy ended up on top of me. So I ended up losing the fight because a fucking pizza fell on the floor. It was like a Tom and Jerry episode is the way I always look back at it. I had pizza sauce all over my ass and my back and stuff like that, my hair. But most of them are just regular scrums. You box, someone wins, someone loses. We lost just as much as we won. There was a lot of racial shit back then too, in the late 90s, early 2000s. So people would come in from other neighborhoods, and there was always problems between blacks and Mexicans, or the whites and the black. It was always some shit going on. So now it's not anywhere near that. People are a little more chill, but it's funny because everybody thinks there's a lot of racial tension now. I'm like, dude, 15 years ago, at least where I grew up, there was like no-go zones for different, you didn't go into neighborhoods and shit because your ass is going to get smoked or stuff like that. So now it's funny, everybody talks about it, but to me, it's a whole different fucking world.